Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. As simple as that. Cause I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
See, when you're in top shape, you can give a straight 400, 500 straight punches. You don't even got to trip.
Fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
Of the money issue, that was their cash cow, and
Hey, but hell, you could have been their cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that.
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great.
To pass the torch. Nobody passed the torch to Terence Crawford.
He took it.
Terence Crawford is no longer entertaining rumors or arguments about his future. At the peak of his dominance, he made a powerful statement during a live broadcast that left no doubt about his intentions.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like,
Who's beating me?
you think I would tell you? He ain't fighting anymore.
I'm not worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
Is Floyd better than you? You were there. I'm talking to. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
You knew I was gonna pull up.
Okay, that's a no. That's a no. Floyd's not better than you.
This is more than just a challenge from Terence Crawford. It's a serious statement of intent. After dominating top champions throughout his career, Crawford has proven he's fully prepared for a legacy-making mega fight, not the kind of celebrity-style exhibitions linked to Floyd Mayweather Jr. In Crawford's eyes, there's nothing left to debate.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
This is now about earning complete respect, and he's fully prepared to take the top spot by any means necessary.
Look at when you look at my career, I paved my own way. I didn't piggyback off of any fighter. I fought my way up to the top. When you look at any fighter from Floyd Mayweather to any of them, when Floyd fought De La Hoya, that was a whole big thing. Floyd was the B-side, and he beat De La Hoya, and then he started rising.
Terence Crawford's recent domination of Canelo Alvarez was more than just another victory. He entered the ring as the challenger and left as a proven king after taking control of yet another weight division. The fight displayed his elite boxing skills, smart strategy, and complete control, delivering a ruthless performance that stunned fans around the world.
Yeah, we're working. We're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot. Getting in. Let's get it. One of the greats do what we got to do.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever, and it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like pit-patting him, and then
Under-
like, what?
Bop, bop, bop.
And you're,
like,
you're
wow.
watching, like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
Undisputed greatest of all time. And do what you did. You're
Yeah.
beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
But the biggest shock didn't come during the fight itself. It happened afterward at the post-fight press conference when Canelo Alvarez said something that instantly changed the atmosphere in the room. In just one sentence, he did the unexpected and openly challenged someone many believed could never be questioned.
Because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
At one particular time, I did talk about, I did say Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Now, but what are we rating these fighters on?
what are we rating these fighters on?
Floyd Mayweather's eyeball test.
That works
You're
for me.
eyeballing these guys. You watch Terence Crawford. You know why he has his problem getting the other welterweights.
The reaction was immediate. Fans, analysts, and fighters quickly flooded social media with strong opinions, turning the discussion into a major debate. People everywhere began arguing whether Terence Crawford's aggressive switch-hitting style was actually greater than the defensive mastery of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So
that public statement quickly reached Floyd Mayweather Jr., the fighter many connect with perfection in boxing. However, his first reaction appeared surprisingly calm and controlled.
One thing about me, I've heard it all. When I say heard it all, I mean been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best. No matter Mexico, the pedigree of the Mexico boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best. My Uncle Roger Mayweather, you talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, he's an unbelievable fighter. My Uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best. So Saturday, it is what it is. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've already faced the best.
When Floyd Mayweather Jr. was asked about the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, he gave a calm and somewhat dismissive response. He said the fight was good for boxing, exciting for the fans, and that the better fighter won. When questioned about whether Canelo looked past his best at 35, Mayweather casually avoided giving a direct answer, saying boxing puts a lot of damage on the body over time. It was a typical Mayweather move, staying in control of the conversation while acting like he was above the debate.
Here's why I say that. Bud is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it, right? The best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough, Floyd's not a bad man, but there was domination inside that ring we saw this week.
He also said that Terence Crawford has already proven how great he is by dominating elite opponents like Errol Spence Jr. and Canelo Alvarez, showing both his fearlessness and world-class ability inside the ring.
No fear in him in the way that he's attacked, gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years, but no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights. And he was Errol Spence. We realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who's better. I think they both dominated.
Even after stepping away from professional boxing in 2017, Floyd Mayweather Jr. still feels like a constant presence in the sport, as if he never truly left.
Who do you think are the top 5 boxers?
Of all time. There's no disrespect to Floyd. I love Floyd.
No, I feel like...
But how am I gonna put down a person as the greatest person in the world that I competed against and felt that the world felt that if anything, it could have been a loss. I mean, he knew going toe-to-toe with me early was career suicide. He like, I'm not going toe-to-toe with this. Floyd's not on my list.
Okay, so had you not fought Floyd...
I'm pretty sure I'm not on his list either. I'm pretty sure. Right, but I'm just saying, like, as I'm a kid from boxing, I came in the same era with Floyd. Yeah. So he wouldn't be my idol. The people that I name are legends. These are people that I idolized that paved the way for myself. Mike Tyson's career was phenomenal. Pernell Whitaker's career was phenomenal. Marvin Hagler's career was phenomenal. Sugar Ray Robinson's career is, come on, man. Like, yeah, Floyd is great. He's just not one of my top.
His name continues to dominate headlines, whether it's for exhibition fights involving legends like Mike Tyson, legal battles involving large sums of money, or public appearances that spark new rumors. Floyd Mayweather Jr. knows how to stay in the spotlight, keeping himself relevant at all times. Even after retirement, he remains a constant figure in boxing, still influencing the sport like a shadow that never disappears. However, under that calm and controlled image, the constant comparisons to Terence Crawford appeared to hit a sensitive point. And away from the public eye, a much more intense situation was quietly starting to build.
The former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. How am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat? I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny, a guy who's never laced up gloves a day in his life. We already know what I can generate, and we already know who's the face of boxing.
The situation took a sharp turn when rumors started spreading online about supposed leaked sparring footage involving Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. The details were unclear, but the suggestion was that the two had once sparred in private, away from cameras and public attention, fueling even more talk and speculation among fans.
Mayweather beat down or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford put together. Terence knows the language of the street as well as any other fighter. It's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what moment in Crawford's career are we talking about that taking place. Obviously, we just saw what would appear to be the showcase Terence Crawford performance. Would you call Corrales the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? Would you call Pacquiao the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? I mean, where would you place that marker? Because I believe Floyd became a little bit more of a banker. And
Terence Crawford, known for keeping his training and preparation private, was reportedly frustrated by the alleged leak. What was meant to stay behind closed doors in a focused training environment had suddenly become public talk, turning a private moment into widespread discussion.
When you lose, the promoters don't want nothing to deal with you. That top ranking went to PBC. You got two, Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford. I fight Jeff Horn. They freeze me out.
The situation reportedly grew more intense when claims surfaced that Floyd Mayweather Jr., feeling the weight of growing public debate, responded with a strong private remark that soon became public. At that point, it was no longer just fans arguing online. The rivalry was starting to feel personal.
I feel like we done seen Crawford on his, have his best performance that he has ever had, versus Canelo. So it's like, whenever you try to compare Floyd's performance versus Crawford's performance, me personally, I believe that Crawford did a lot more. But if they both were to fight each other, if you would have put Floyd in his prime versus Crawford in his prime, who would y'all pick? For me personally, it would be so hard because I feel like they fight very similar but very different.
It was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I already knew it was going to happen. But I thought he was going to stop him in the 8th or 10th round. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Once again, man, what is it about the guy? What is it about Terence?
People can't say that.
But he has also expressed frustration that fans and media often push him to downplay or disrespect Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legacy in order to boost his. It wasn't just a challenge anymore. It felt like the breaking point for Terence Crawford, who seemed fed up with being pushed into comparisons and controversy. The situation reached its peak when Crawford spoke directly about it during a live broadcast, making his stance completely clear.
We criticize athletes
but we can't do
for
it.
stuff that we can't even do.
Firm confidence. It was no longer about talking up a role model or paying respect to a legend. It sounded like a clear message from a fighter who truly believes he is the best in the world. His mindset reflects strong self-belief and a relentless drive to build his own legacy, separate from anyone else's.
Mayweather never became undisputed. He's a 5-division champion, but never became undisputed. Never really followed that unification, stuff like that. So I think when it comes to accomplishments, I think he's already done more. In a fight, I probably still pick Mayweather. Both in the prime, I would probably pick Mayweather to win. Just like I would probably pick Pacquiao to win, both in the prime.
Ooh, to beat Crawford.
Yeah, I think so.
Prime for prime? Nice.
Yeah. But is Crawford one of the greatest of all time? 100%. They're definitely.
Terence Crawford has never aimed to live in anyone else's shadow. While he respects what Floyd Mayweather Jr. achieved, he has also made his own position clear, saying that Mayweather was the best of his era and he sees himself as the best of his own. Crawford has also said there's no need to constantly compare the two, stressing that his mindset isn't about arrogance but about his own journey. He often highlights that nothing was handed to him, and his success came through hard work and persistence. One analyst even noted that no one gave him the spotlight, he earned it himself. His career reflects a strong overachiever attitude shaped by his upbringing in Omaha, Nebraska, where he built his drive through struggle and determination.
Just hypothetically speaking, just looking at, two fighters, you got Floyd and you got Crawford in their prime. Who you picking?
Can we all give an opinion on that?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I got an opinion on that too.
Coach, what you think?
I'm listening to you, Rep.
Floyd versus a prime Mayweather. We can go Pretty Boy. We can go Money May versus Terence Crawford in his prime. Who we got?
I think Money May would have shut Crawford down. He would have bored him to sleep like he do these fighters.
Yeah.
He would have jabbed him, hooked him, just sticking in the body. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fighters swing back, Floyd nowhere to be found. So mentally, they're draining.
Yeah.
And about the 6th or 7th round, that's when you start picking up, putting the combination together.
He has openly said in interviews that he was never the most naturally gifted fighter. He recognized others with more natural ability, but he made a firm decision that no one would outwork him. This mindset, built on hard work and discipline, is what has driven his success and allowed him to rise above fighters with more natural talent.
It's a little different because, Floyd's is different. I feel like he's the best fighter. I don't know about all time. He might be the best fighter all time. If not, he's close 2-3, and not by far. So it's just it's a little bit different things that Floyd does, and Floyd was a lot older when I sparred him, and it's just certain things that he does that that's real tricky. Like the guy we get in the clinch, he was like squeezing my nose, and I couldn't breathe and stuff like that. So it's just certain things that he do in there. It's just veteran stuff, just veteran all-time type stuff he was doing. And basically, he by far, I feel like he's the best. He's the best man seen.
Problem with Bud's career, right? It bloomed kind of late. I find Bud to be as defensively sound as I've ever seen a fighter. He can find you. There's nowhere to hide with him.
Like Floyd, he has such control over the terms in there. It's just...
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our future videos. Also, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.